Hello, it's me again, Thelma. I am excited because you know what? God is at work and He's been leading me to share more and more. Actually, I need more of you to begin to share your testimony. In sharing your testimony, you're breaking the hold and the captivity of the enemy in not just your life, in other people's life. No more do you need to walk in shame, guilt, or fear. But that is not what I'm here today. I'm here because we are starting a series. And you know, the thing about it is, I would say, especially for millennial, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and so on, the enemy has truly been fighting us in the area of inheritance. As Mother Day passed, you know, the greatest thing, one of the things a mom could do, and I'm so grateful that I had a shepherding mother that taught me how to war and how to stand, that taught me, and we were able to inherit her faith and the ways of God to go forth and to conquer and to bring the generation forward even further than what we have done. So one of the things a mom could do is teaching on how to conquer on the bloodline. There's a lot of talk and all this, and that's really great. But you know, it takes certain things to really conquer so that it begins to manifest as the altars are being torn down. We know that we've already been told that we have the triple grace to conquer, that God is giving us the strategy, especially in this month of grace. He's given us the strategy, the ability, and the anointing to overcome. So what I wanted to do is begin to talk about how do we conquer the bloodline, not just in prayer, not just in tongues, but how do we begin to align ourselves with God's timing? How do we begin to align ourselves that we do not miss our God moments to conquer? Each time that we come forth and we come into alignment with our God moment, keep in mind, each time we're coming forward, each time is bringing the bloodline, it's removing and changing the things that's at the altar, giving us that victory, but also is pulling you and your bloodline forward into the rightful positioning. And I speak because God's been doing a great work in my personal life and in my personal bloodline, and I know that he's ready to do it for you. So one of the things we're going to start talking about is the bloodline, just its different series. How do we really conquer? I don't want to just talk. We want to give real life tools. And also it's very important, your alignment, your headship, all these things, they matter. If you are under someone who has not even begun to conquer in terms of bloodline, that can affect you. So one of the things we're going to talk about is just all the things that needs to happen so we can go forth. It is time for our generation to rise up. You know, the enemy has fought so hard. When you look at millennials, y'all bear with me, I'm multitasking. When you look at millennials, there has been just such a hit. You know, millennials went through multiple financial downfalls. The things that was easy for our parents to conquer has been hard. It's really good. I believe in educational conquest and academic success, but that's all that I see a lot of times. And there's the missing of the rest of the pieces, which is marriage and children, the gift of marriage and children. We're going to begin to tackle the anti-marriage. You say no. The mindset that I start to see, all these videos that's talking about women, men, relationship, that's really great. But the underlining of all this is that there's an altar. A lot of times there is a spirit of anti-marriage at work. How do we break these cycles that you begin to attract the right person, especially persons who are mature? Like I said, I'm going to share my testimonies. God has been faithful. He is being faithful. He wants to even be more faithful to you. So I am excited. I want you to join us. We're going to do via virtually meeting, not just necessarily talk about it, because I believe many of you have heard the same thing over and over. But the thing is, how do we actually conquer? How do we begin to see tangible manifestation of God's inheritance and promises in our life? How do we begin to align ourselves that we overcome anti-marriage spirit, that we overcome bloodline issues and patterns and cycles, because God himself is forming new cycles and in our bloodline? How do we overcome? And then the other thing is, I want to empower you. It is time for this generation to rise up. Male, female, it is time to rise up. It is time for that unity to come, where the anointings and the giftings begin to operate, to go push things forth God's kingdom, to push things forth the will of God. I am excited. I am excited. I want you to join me as we begin this new journey. I want you to join me as we conquer forth. I want to tell you the Lord is at work. His anointing is multiplying. It's not just talk anymore. And it is time for us to also join those who have been in the front line. They've been warring time after time. Some of them are feeling weary. It is time for you to take your position. And in taking your position, the anointing is there to conquer bloodline issues. The anointing is there to overcome anti-marriage. The anointing is there that everything that's sought to block you and to hold you back, you will go forward. The anointing is there that we will not miss our timeline. We will not miss our blessing in the right time. It will not be deferred. The anointing is there. God is at work. Join me, join me, join me. And then I want to say, we got to lay off on these videos about male-female relationship. That's all good, but it takes more than talking. It takes more than carnal knowledge to overcome. If you're dealing with the spirit, that spirit has already infused the thought process of the other person that you're dealing with. So God is ready to break the cycle so we can form cycles that align with him, that we can come into our inheritance. God bless you.